React.js versus React Native Key Differences Overview by ProCoders. Are you thinking about using React Native or React.js for your next project, but don't know which is right for you? We'll walk you through what you need to know before you start. If you're thinking about using React as a sleek, JavaScript base for your next project, you may be wondering which one of its many offshoots you should consider. There's React.js and React Native, among the most popular, plus all the associated plug-ins and widgets that work with them. So, if you're asking yourself, is React Native different from React.js, the answer is yes. Significantly. React Native versus React.js, Intro. First, let's start with what makes React Native and React.js similar. They were both initially developed by Facebook, which was looking for open-source tools for creating high-performance mobile apps. They also have JavaScript, one of the world's most popular and easy-to-use programming languages, at their base. But the similarities between React Native versus React.js stop there. React Native. Brief overview. React Native gained its name because it was designed as an open-source JavaScript framework that allows you to build cross-platform apps that appear native. Since its launch, it's become one of the world's most popular frameworks, powering behind apps that have become household names the world over, such as Facebook, Instagram, Skype, and more. And there's reasons why developers love it. Besides the rich user community and support of Facebook, it enables rich UI experiences with smooth animation support. Most coders find it easy to use, and now more libraries than ever are becoming compatible with React Native. Benefits. Its online community now featuring tens of thousands of developers around the world, there's not too many questions you can't get answered on the site. It's also a thriving marketplace for patches, upgrades, widgets and libraries, all designed to work specifically with this technology. There's no need for comparison between React Native versus React.js here. Both have a great online user base. Hot reloading. A key difference between React.js versus React Native. The hot reloading feature means that changes you make appear as you make them. It saves enormous amounts of cycling time for developers. A major advantage when you compare React.js and React Native. Native modules. This framework comes with native components that speed up run times. And best of all, it doesn't render code using WebView like other frameworks, such as PhoneGap or Cordova. Easy to learn. Its base in JavaScript means it's intuitive to pick up for most developers. Components. Need to upgrade your app? No worries. Simply add its UI components to your existing app's code. In a discussion about what is the difference between React.js and React Native, this is a key point in Native's favor. Speed. Native development usually is slow and labor-intensive, but Native makes the process streamlined. Once developed, native apps are built for high speed and agility. In a comparison of React Native with React.js, it will always do well in this regard. Limitations. Hot reloading. This was named as a benefit, but in certain situations, it's a limitation too. If you're working on the business logic, or there's a root code change, the updates will go live almost immediately. It's definitely something to consider with React Native versus React.js. A work in progress. Native isn't all that old. So many features in iOS and Android have yet to be supported by Native. The community has weighed in with new best practices, patches and plugins, but this is one area where in a comparison of React Native with React.js, the difference is telling between older versus newer technologies. Facebook. This is one area where Facebook's market could go either way. As long as they lend their support to the community, Native will do well. But Facebook has the power to throw it in the dustbin anytime they choose, which can be a vulnerability to the companies who rely on it. Whether you're working with React.js or React Native, Facebook looms large over your future with the tech. React.js. A brief introduction. In a comparison of React Native versus React.js, which provides the right services for your enterprise? That depends on what you need to get done. While React Native is the framework for development, React.js is a JavaScript library that works with it. To put it simply, React.js is a library that allows you to develop reusable user interface components and server-side integrations with ease. Benefits. Partial page refresh. How does the DOM for React Native and React.js differ? React.js has a virtual DOM, and that means it is lighter and faster than the conventional model. Why? Because it only refreshes parts of the page. It reduces rebuild time and speeds up development considerably. Reusability. Because it's built on this block-type construct, its components can be used, reused, and moved around with ease. When developers get asked what is the difference between React.js and React Native, this is one of the key reasons they give. Easy to test. It offers a debugging tool that allows you to work on your code in native programming. Page rendering. It renders your pages fully, whether you're working server-side or user-side, and that helps push up SEO for your web application. Faster debugging. The lightness and speed of React.js makes your debugging your systems go faster too. And that's important to remember when you're comparing React.js or React Native. Easy to use, easy to read. Many libraries require you to learn complex concepts just to use them. React.js took a different way, instead striving to make it as universally easy for coders to code and coders to read. Thanks to its use of JavaScript, even coders not familiar with it can usually figure it out fairly quickly. In a comparison with React Native with React.js, this is one time when they both offer the same benefit. JavaScript. Continuous JavaScript improvements. As one of the world's most widely used and widely loved programming languages, JavaScript is in a continuous state of open source improvements. When JavaScript upgrades, so do your possibilities. SEO friendly. If you're wondering, is React Native different from React.js? This is one point you can't overlook. Many JS frameworks can make layering SEO into your app difficult and time-consuming. Enter React.js, which creates easy-to-navigate architecture for search engines to follow. How does it do it? Its applications run on your server, while the virtual DOM renders to the browser, just like it would as a regular web page. This is why many developers choose to use both React Native and React.js together. Limitations. Fast-changing platform. For many, the blistering pace of improvement for this library is a big advantage. After all, who doesn't love code that's cutting edge? However, for others, constantly having to learn new protocols can be tiring. Consider what camp you fall into before you choose. Documentation can be a challenge when you have a library that's changing fast. Keeping track of the documentation can be really tough, especially if you don't have a deep development organization who can make constant notations of the changes. It's best to write up your own instructions every time new releases come out, if you can. Not a complete solution. React.js is great for the UI facets of your app, and also for making those layers interact properly to your backend server functions. But if you need to do anything else with the app, you'll need to find another library or additional code solutions. When you're using React.js and React Native together, this is important to remember. React.js versus React Native, technical and business comparison. What is the difference between React.js and React Native? The answer is really very simple. Do you want to build a fast, accurate, user-friendly user experience for a web interface? Use React.js. Do you want to give your mobile, cross-platform app the feeling of a native-designed app? React Native can do that for you. Conclusion. Are you looking for a development partner to bring your project to life? We'd love to work with you. Our staffers stand ready to work with you, and can usually be on board in less than a week. Just fill out the form, and we can put together a free consultation immediately. Let's work together. Subscribe our channel and read more about React.js versus React Native key differences overview at ProCoders blog.